Sexual assault's definitely become a very big issue here in 2013. A number of issues that have kind of popped up, making this front and center headline-wise around the country. You've had a couple of scandals that have popped up, putting this issue forefront in terms of high-profile arrests of people who work on the issue of sexual assault, finding themselves in the same situation as the people they're trying to prevent from doing this. You had a report from the Pentagon that came out showing that 26,000 people had experienced unwanted sexual contacts just last year. And that was up from 19,000 the year before. So when that spike happened, that really caught a lot of people's attention. In this case, we have Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, who's pushing perhaps the most aggressive approach to deal with this issue.
I don't know how you can say that having 19,000 sexual assaults and rapes a year is discipline and order.
She would try and take the chain of command out of the prosecution of these cases. And she says that what that would do is essentially give the victims a feeling that they can trust the system. Right now they don't report these crimes because it's a very litigious process, it's very complex. They get put on trial often for coming forward. And by taking this and putting it into a different set of prosecutors' hands, she thinks that would increase the number of reporting incidents and then ultimately increase the number of people who are convicted. I think that Senator Kirsten Gillibrand is definitely going up, as she calls it, against the old boys network here. The Pentagon itself resists this change. It says that it would upset, the commander's authority. It would take away their ability to keep control over their own troops. And Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, definitely one of the younger members of Congress, one of the people who is trying to, lead a different approach to this, is definitely shaking up the system. You hear Senator John McCain talk about his concerns about not wanting his daughter to go into the military right now. If that option was ever presented, he said that he wouldn't support a woman, like whether be his wife or his daughter right now going in. So you hear a lot of concern about that, but the numbers haven't really matched up in terms of seeing a dip in recruiting. The soldiers being redeployed, and they have been repeatedly over the last decade with the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, has put a definite strain on the military, without a doubt. So you have men and women who are gone for long stretches of periods of time. That does put a strain on their abilities to be back home, to be with their families. And you do hear that quite a bit, whether or not it's the leading cause. I mean, there's a lot of causes that are driving this problem, but you do hear a lot about the culture, about alcohol, which is a big problem here that prompts a lot of this. And you hear the Pentagon really talking about ways that it's trying to get a handle on this issue, whether it be training its soldiers to take this into account, training its commanders, its instructors to do a better job.